You're live.
All right, guys, I'm live. Hi, my name is Kimberly Ecker. I'm a Diamond with It Works Global, and I have been asked to share my conference aha. And am I doing a little bit about what was different from last year to this year too? Or just the aha? Okay, whatever, I'll do it all. So, I'll talk about it. Anyway, last year to this year, my big difference was last year at conference, I was looking at my team and I was like, yeah, guys, isn't this so fun? Yeah, let's go do it. It's gonna be fun. And I did that for the entire 2014. At the end of 2014, I had an epiphany, and I was like, what on earth am I doing? Let's go. And so actually, I had that aha before conference, and so seeing this was just funny because I was like, yep, that was my whole last year, time to get to work. So that was kind of my big difference between last year and this year. Is this year I'm ready to move forward. Last year I was concentrating on my team. My big aha was the lady who sat down and she told us about how she did not have the money to start her business. And I know all of us have heard that from somebody sometime. And she said she had a yard sale to get started. She had to sell her own personal stuff to start this business. She did, and she made enough money to sign Mini Boost and get a t-shirt. And she started her business. She went diamond in 1 month, double diamond in 2 months, and within the year she was presidential diamond. And my big thing was, she had said, you know, I'm a big girl. You know, a lot of people could have looked at me and judged me and said, oh, well, you know, those products don't work. You're a big girl. And, you know, all of us have that moment. For me, I'm like, I'm a small girl. You know, people are going to think, oh, you were always small. What does that stuff really do for you? And so I kind of have that same thing too. And I'm young. I figure people don't want to take me seriously because I'm young. So no matter what sort of things that you're thinking in your brain, it's not an excuse. Just get to work. I mean, do you want to make excuses or you don't? Or do you want to make money?
All right, well that goes well. The double diamond. Last year was hard for me. I had a really, what was the word you used? Crap. I had a really crappy year. And so I will be bluntly honest with you, I wanted to quit. At the end of this year, I was like, I have been working on myself. I have been trying to get my relationship back with God. And I was like, God, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know that this is what I should be doing. So I just kept praying for signs, confirmation, something. And we were in the room. Marietta brought us back afterwards. We were in the room. And God was just all over it this weekend. Did you all feel it? Oh my God. I was just blown away at how you felt him and everything, and people that talked was like, wow. And so my big epiphany was Melanie got up and shared her aha moment. She had shared it with me prior to us being in this room, and all of a sudden it was like, I never heard God talk to me ever. And all of a sudden it was like the room got deadly silent, and it was like God said, look, this is what I have for you. I have created you to be bigger and better. And the word this weekend was greater and more. And he's like, see, I created you to be better, greater, and more. And I was like, I just started bawling. People were like, what is up with her? But I just started bawling because I realized that this is what God has for me. So this is what God has for you. There is nothing else out there that you can change more lives than doing this.
I'm Joan Michella, I'm the Diamond with It Works, and this was my second conference, and I really liked my first conference, but I have to say, this conference, I just loved it. The whole thing was awesome and amazing, and I think I really, I knew how great the company was, but after being at conference this time, I just knew it in my heart and how much Mark Pentecost cares about everyone and how he wants everyone to be successful and to be debt-free and to live, just a great life. So for me, just to have that feeling and to know it without any doubt was just a huge thing for me. And then to see people from all ages, all walks of life, all different stories, just, I think, proves again that anyone can do this.
I have a lot of ahas. Okay, this is Judy Host at Rose. Diamond with this company. And going down to conference was like life-changing for me. I guess one of my biggest aha was to have my husband down there with me because he can get the picture. But I truly did not have the full picture, the full vision of this company until I actually LIMELITE. So, one of my ahas was actually when Nathan and Cammie, they had said that they're just going to go back to basics, and I thought, they have everything. What they need to do, they need to go blitz map and peaks. Like, they have everything. But that is truly what it takes. We still have to keep our focus forward. I know I did. I turned around and watched my team, and I have to focus going forward. So, talking with Mark, and then that night was just awesome. Awesome. And I think one of my things that really inspired me was we got down to Florida, and I got a gift from my husband, and the words the thing that he picked out for me was a little from the gift shop at Disney World that said, "Believe." You know, there he had a "Believe in Miracles" engraved on the mirror on the bottom, and had a little butterfly on there. And that was before a conference, and he had no idea what this was all about. So to me, it's like God is showing us something. And then when Tiffany came on Thursday, the next day, with this long green wristband said on there, "Believe," and I just got tears and chills. Like, we are in a great place. This is where I belong. So I believe. If you don't believe it, start believing.
Okay, so I probably did this to myself. I was trying to not be the first one in line, but I ended up the last one in line. So here's my fault. You can do it! I've had all day of thinking, like, I don't know, like, the whole experience was amazing, so emotional. I don't know what to share. But one of the biggest things for me this year was the team that I had with me. And because I know what this can do, what conference can really do for somebody. And to see all those girls, they're like my family. Like I said, you get to work with people. You get to work with people that you like. And I truly see these girls as family. I know their kids' names. I've gone to birthday parties, and to see like what this can do for them. I think that was my biggest aha, because it's not just about me, it's about how their lives can change. Just seeing so many stories up on stage, and hearing different things that I know that they were relating to because of the things that they had going on in their lives. And for me, that was just one of my biggest ahas. And I know that we all have our struggles, but I think, was it David Eric or was that backwards?
John Eric.
John Eric. His name's but he said that people wanted to be where he was at. But he said, do you want to go through the struggles that I had to go through to be where I'm at? And so right now, the struggles that you're going through, is that worth it? Are you willing to go through those struggles to be where you want to be? I know that all of you guys are worth it. And I know just this conference, I'm not kidding, like, it's so emotional. But I don't know what else to say. And conference was just so amazing. I was so excited to have everybody there.
They did a great job, huh? Stephanie Love is not here. She really wants to be here. They just didn't make it home from conference yet. They're driving home. She had made a video for us to share what she wanted to talk about. She was going to share her aha and then share a little bit about some things that were really kind of laid on her heart. This is her third conference, and she wanted to share that with us. And she made a video and tried to email it to Lindsay so we could play it here, and they couldn't make the video come through. So we're going to be posting that later on Team Miracle so you guys can all see it. Stephanie, we miss you. And so that you guys can all see and hear from Stephanie too, because she really wanted to be a part of this. So with that being said, Lindsay's going to bring it with the John Eric stuff. She's going to be our John Eric. For those of you who are watching live from conference, was he not like the best ever? Like, I think we all fell in love a little bit during that time. And I'll tell you a funny story really quick. My husband, when he said that you should stop trying to be strategic on social media, you should be thoughtful. And he said, ladies, don't you guys fall in love? Do you fall in love with the guy who's strategic, or do you fall in love with the guy who's thoughtful? And my husband nudges me and he goes, you hit the jackpot on that one. I laughed so hard I snorted. And we were in conference on the front row, and Mark Pentecost and John Eric was up there. I was like, oh my God, I bet they heard me snorting. But I thought it was so funny. So anyway, Lindsay's going to talk a little bit about social media. Brock, by the way, is the guy that does all this stuff. And Lindsay and him make a great team with that. So give it up for Lindsay. You want me to share my aha first or after?
Either way,
Either way.
first is probably good.
Okay, I'll do that now. This was my third conference, and I went to my first conference in 2012 as a diamond, and that one for me was more of a conference for me, and seeing the big picture, seeing corporate for the first time. How many of you guys were just like, you fell in love with corporate when you saw them for the first time this year? Or ever, anytime you go see them, yeah. I realized I fell in love with them at that conference. And that was kind of like my cleansing time, just getting it all out, and I had a lot of crying at that conference for me. It was kind of my practice year. You know, we're gonna talk about the practice, warm up, game time. That was my practice year. And then 2013, here I had more of a team that came and doubled that number, and that was really cool. I mean, it's always so fun to take a team with you and seeing their first conference. And those are always an aha. When you guys start to take teams, you realize how fun it is to see their faces and the aha moments for them. And I just realized that year was more of I'm married into It Works. I am married to this company. We use that term, we're married to It Works, because once you figure that out, you're with them for life. And that was the year that happened for me. Then this year, I don't know what it was. I did not cry. I don't know if it was because I was in shock with the double bonus. I was more in shock because I'm a processor. I have to process, and I think I just was videoing it, and I'm like, that's not real. Is that real? Yeah, it's real. So I think it hasn't sunk in yet, and I don't know if that'll come later, but this is game time, and my vision, when we're talking about visual pictures, I think that my vision for this year is just all us linking arms like one big army, and I still get chills thinking about it, thinking we're going together. It makes me shake thinking about it, because I just picture this army of us, It Works, this team right here, looking at me, just charging forward. And 2015 is the year we're doing it. And bring it! She gets so much now. Oh my gosh. So that makes me that was my moment. It's game time. And Mark and corporate, they have our back, and there's no question with what they're doing and why they do it. And every time I see them, it just solidifies that belief even more every single time. And just the corporate staff. Did you guys see the international staff? How amazing that they're doing that to make it easier on us. And they're having a LIMELITE in October in France. That's huge. That's going to be like where we were, years ago. How many years ago would that have been if there was about 1,000?
Very first conference.
That is years ago. So they're at that peak. So if you guys know anybody, international France, get them there in October. Huge. So that is my, I guess, a lot of ahas. I'm married to them, married at Works. And then back to social media, I fell in love with John Eric, I think, this weekend. Yeah. Because.
Yeah, anybody else notice I took a back seat to two things?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And I'm okay with that.
She married you first.
I promise I have my priorities straight. I love my husband more than It Works than John Eric, but John Eric is getting up there. He fed my strength and what I love, and I want you guys to remember something. Social media, and what I'm going to talk about, just one tool. This is not everything. If you are hiding behind Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, this is just one tool. But I love how he's helping us realize how we can use it and use it the best way possible. Some of the highlights that I loved about him before we watch his video here. He wants us to share our adventures versus being strategic. And we need to be more listeners and not broadcasting what we're doing. When's the last time you think that you have put an advertisement out there and just said, greens cost this much? I've been guilty of this all the time, just broadcasting how much greens are. Be an adventurer. Make this a lifestyle. That's what John Eric is teaching us. And they gave us a 100-day adventure challenge that you guys got this handout here with some of the features on here. Is that on here? Put it up
If I didn't, I will
It's
get
not
them.
there. I didn't read it all the way. The mobile app is on there, so we'll get to that in a minute. But, the 100-day adventure challenge. You guys go to your eSuite, log in, and, you can pull it up here.
That's him.
There he is, I love him. Honestly, he's not my type, but, you know, he is amazing, you guys. So here's the thing. They gave this to us, this 100-day adventure challenge, day 1 through day 100, for a special price of, what was it, $49, with a little bit of tax in there, so it's like 50 something before all said and done. But that's a special price that we all get to be a part of this and him giving us these training tips. So I'm gonna let you guys see day 1. So it's gonna cost you like 53 cents at the end of the night. Put it in the jar out back. But we can watch this and see what he talks about for day 1. And this is just kind of a teaser of what you guys get to see then.
Do you have a pager? We're talking about social media, and he's got a pager. Hello, adventurer. Don't you hate jargon? I mean, hashtag and retweet and timelines and feeds and SEO, and I even lost all of them. Incoming tweets and tweets. I said tweets, right? It's like tweets and retweets and bears. Oh my. Like, it is crazy, the amount of words. It's like they have their own language. But lucky for you, I speak nerd. To the whiteboard, Batman. Marker. Thank you. Now, at my last count, there was over 210 different kinds of social media accounts. That's insane, but we're gonna focus just on 3 of them. I'm gonna talk to you about Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So I'm gonna break it down into just a few simple concepts for you. On Instagram, it's called a follow. On Twitter, it's also called a follow. Now, on Facebook, you can follow a friend, or to essentially follow a business or a brand or an organization, you don't follow them, you actually like them, which can be a little confusing because you also like posts. But they decided to do it that way, but essentially it's the same thing. You follow a person, you like a brand, and then you are basically subscribing when you like them to all of their posts. Then if I go over to, you want to like something, on Instagram it's called a like, and on Facebook it's called a like, but on Twitter it's called favorite. But essentially it's the same thing. Now if we keep moving down the terminology, right? Comment on Instagram, reply on Twitter, comment on Facebook. Essentially, it's the same idea, just they tweak the words a little bit. And then if we move to that last category, on Facebook, it's called a share. You can do the same thing on Twitter, but they just call it retweeting. And the thing with Instagram is that natively, they don't allow you to, right? There's no way that you can go through and share something. You only can like and you only can comment. Now there's other apps that we'll tell you about later that you can do that, but natively they didn't put it in there because they sold their company to Facebook for $1 billion. Now that's just to simplify it, right? So you don't need it simplified, right? You need a different way to think about it, right? Because that's where it's going to be the big difference, is that we don't think about it as technology, right? But we think about it as people. Because that's the problem, like all these words and the hashtag and timelines, all that, like that becomes about technology, and life isn't about technology, right? Life is about helping people. And so I'm going to show you what these words really actually mean, okay? So when I follow somebody, what it is that is just a handshake. And that's just like saying hi, right? Like, so somebody the other day was like, oh, should I follow this person? And I said, well, would you say hi to them at the grocery store? And they said, yeah. And I said, then why wouldn't you follow them? Then the next.
I'm going to pause it right there because we're going to keep moving, but that's where you start to see, number 1, why she fell in love with him. Number 2, I'm starting to fall in love with him. And 3, he really breaks it down to get the realism of it's nothing more than a handshake, and then it continues on, but at the same point, it's worth the $50 to get this guy's video.
And this is just half of one video.
Yeah,
You did
exactly.
one for 100 days, like
Exactly.
And this one's the longest one because he's kind of introing it for us. But here's a summary that I love. Think about it. Twitter is your thoughts.
Okay, Twitter is thoughts. Facebook is more your personal life, your lifestyle. And Instagram is your adventure. And people are visualizing and seeing your adventure. So when you think about those and keep it that simple, then that breaks it all down for you. That way you don't feel like you're all over the place. How many of you guys are on Twitter? How many are on Instagram? A little bit more. Facebook? A lot more hands. Yeah. So if you keep that separate, and you can share from Instagram right to Facebook, keep it simple for yourself. And I'll leave you with one quote that he puts up that I absolutely love it. That's and friend him on Facebook, because he will friend you back, and follow him on Instagram, because he'll follow you right back. And you can get all his good stuff. But this is what he said 9 hours ago. When people lay their head on their pillow at night, they don't wish they had seen another billboard, magazine ad, or a TV commercial. They do, however, long for adventure, and it fills their dreams. Stop advertising and instead invite people into a grand adventure. #adventure. So stop advertising, okay? Seen so many people even lately on my friends' feed that are like, if I see one more advertisement post of yada, I'm gonna unfriend y'all. Okay? Start making it a lifestyle. Stop advertising. So that is just my little tidbit on him.
Talk about social media.
It's social media, yes. Like, comment, build relationships, get to know people. Build the relationships and care. Listen, care, do all the above of that, and you will be golden. People are going to learn to trust you instead of thinking you're just a magazine or a TV commercial, okay? And then one last thing is the mobile app. This was really exciting when they introduced this to us.
We'll take them here first.
Oh, yeah, this is how you get to it, the 100-day challenge, 100-day adventure. Go on to It Works University. You have your training academy that's normally there all the time, and then your social media training. You click on that. Go ahead and click on it.
I did, it's thinking.
And on the left-hand side, you'll have your day 1, and we're on day 4 right now.
Yep.
So, there it is. And then he gives you what he's going to talk about. So that's where you find it. Pretty easy. And then It Works introduced to us the mobile app. So on your sheet right here, if you have an Android or an iPhone, there's the apps.com websites that you can get it. I love it, how user-friendly it is. It's like our e-suite in the back, but on our mobile device, and it makes it so stinking easy for us. I love how user-friendly it is. And when you are at a party or you see someone, they think about us, and like if we're in a Walmart checkout and we can assign someone as a customer, we can do it right there on the spot, and it walks us right through the steps so simply. You're not zooming in to try to see the words and stuff. It's done right there for you, cut and clear, and voila, you're done. Retail, low customer, distributor, all across the board. So, how many of you guys did that mobile app already? Nice, good amount. So, if you haven't yet and you need help with that, the websites are there on this paper if you didn't get one at the front at the desk when you checked in tonight. So, that is all I got for our segment, for this segment, but we have Steph up. She's not going to talk at all or anything? Like call in? We're going to do a special phone call. Okay. So, are we doing...
If that's what you want to do, because we can. I thought that she was just going to have it uploaded onto Miracle. You want to?
Yeah, we'll just wait for Miracle. That's probably easy. So we're going to do a short... You have it ready?
You want to do Mark's video?
Yes. We have a closing segment. We're going to get to the good part, the double good part. And then we're going to bring up the amazing Nick and Kristner that's going to close us out for the night. So hang on tight here. All right.
We are going to try and make this work. I forgot one video to move over, so sorry about that.
Give it up for Lindsay and social media.
Rich parents who didn't win the lottery. I can't adopt all of you. Big sad Kate, but that's about all I got room for. But you know what you can do? Bring it. You can double your efforts and bring it. It's not all talent and temper. It's never quit. Double your efforts. No matter what life throws at you. When Cindy and I were trying to get out of debt,
You're gonna like
we were
this.
thinking there was more out there. We had family meetings. We talked about how can we get more effort? How can we work around this schedule? You've got to make it your attitude. You got to bring it, right? Because we are. No, right now, feeling like you high-five someone else. You tell them they're worth it. You're worth it. You are worth it. Here's what's going on out there, and I was sitting back there thinking, when Cindy and I first got in a business that started, $500 went to road bus, an extra $500 a month. I saw the new people, distributors and executives just starting. How many of you, $500 was really just give me some extra money was what you were thinking of? Well, I've been listening this weekend, and we're going to add a bonus. We're going to build the rubies. So I'm adding a ruby bonus, $500. Anyone going from January 1st on of this till March 31st, you get Ruby the first 2 calendar months, $500 bonus. It's not a guarantee, it's a bonus. So whatever you want your team, and you get a $500 bonus. So leaders, you have told me for a while, to get more diamonds, get more people in the good bonus, you're really concentrating on Ruby. So we got Ruby, we've added a Ruby maintenance to help you develop diamonds. So a lot of you can get those good bonuses. What do you think of the Ruby bonus? So right now, this is what we have. We had put to January 31st, then we have the diamond bonus, double diamond, triple presidential ambassador until January 31st. You know what? I need some energy. It's going to take some extra energy if you're going to double your efforts. I'm asking you, don't do one blitz, do 2. I'm asking you to double your efforts. To do that, I'm going to extend the good bonus until March 31st. So we're going to make 2015 epic. We're going to build rubies to get good bonuses. We're going to take us to you got to bring it. You got to bring it with attitude. You're going to bring it. Are you going to double your efforts? Double your parties? As long as you have to get up earlier to prepare the blitz, maybe you sunset at night, and maybe double time, extra shifts. But are you willing to double your efforts? to build a little company. I'm going to build a company. I like November. We're going to make lives, let's do it. We're going to make people's lives, let's do it. Are you guys up for it? And I'm going to gather the good ones.
Chills, everybody? Right, Homer's racing. I'm not even checking up here, I can't even believe it, but. All right, my aha moment, part of that was my aha moment. Never in a million years would I have imagined that they would do that for us. This compensation plan alone is good enough to go after diamond, double, triple, presidential ambassador. The compensation plan alone is good enough to go after it. $10,000 bonus for diamond, good enough to go after it. Now, what are they doing for us? There's no reason why not a single person in this room should let anything stop them from going after that. It doesn't matter if you just started, it doesn't matter if you've been in, it doesn't matter where you're at, what's going on, nothing should stop you from going for that, because what happens when that happens? A whole lot of lives are changed. A whole lot of, your lives are changed. And there should be nothing that stops you, nothing at all. My biggest aha moment, it was, conference hadn't even started yet, was my aha moment. Lindsay and Brock and me and Michael were sitting down for dinner. We got there very early Wednesday night. We sat down for dinner and we were talking, and she brought it to head for me. It was, I have not heard you even talk about one of the biggest reasons why I started this business. And I talked about it for 2 years. 2 years I had not talked about it at all. One of my first reasons was to stay home with my kids. That happened so quickly I kind of lost myself. I didn't know what was going on. But another reason one of the main reasons why I started was because I have had self-image issues for a very long time. I struggled. I was at a dark spot a long time ago in college. And one thing that I came out of that, and that was to know that every single person, and be comfortable in your own skin, and know that every single person is made differently, and that's of God. You are made the way you are because of Him. We're not supposed to be the same, but so many times we compare each other. All the time, we're always comparing ourselves to somebody else and what they have and what's bad about us and great about them. And that's one of the reasons I started. This is a health and wellness company. It's not about getting skinny. It's not about a diet. It's not about that. It's about getting healthy from the inside out. And I lost that. I haven't mentioned that in 2 years, like she said. And it was really an eye-opener for me, and it really opened up my eyes to a conference was really going to be about for me this weekend. And, you know, when they brought these out, I thought, wow, what do we do to get this? What exactly do we do to go after these double bonuses? We go out and we share the products with people, we go out and share the business with people. That's it. That's our steps to success. There's no reason why anything should stop us, because that is what we should be doing day in and day out. There's no reason, like I said, that not a single person can go after this. It doesn't matter where you're at now. It's forgetting the past. Who else said it? 2014 was crap. Absolutely, it was. It was probably my hardest year of my life. Hardest year of my life. And I'm done. I'm over. I made a decision. I married It Works this last weekend with all the different things that happened. And that's the past. It doesn't matter what happened in 2014. Start going forward in 2015. Forget the past. Turn yourself all around, because we're all probably facing backwards until this weekend. We're all facing backwards. I can probably speak for everybody out there, because I'm speaking for myself too. Turn yourself around and go. There's no reason why. And it starts with the belief. Judy, talk about the belief. Tiffany Passett gave us these. It is a belief in yourself. And if you don't have a belief in yourself yet, you hang on to your upline belief and go. You have to make the decision. You have to convince yourself that you can do this. Believe it and go. It's not going to be all rainbows and butterflies. Believe me, it's not. But in that moment when you're not feeling it, that's where the communication, that's where the support is. I mean, some of the girls there didn't even realize what kind of support that we have in this company. We don't get to do this by ourselves. In corporate America, you're kind of by yourself. Your boss kind of tells you what he wants you to do, so it kind of feels like you're together, but you're really not. He's just telling you what to do.
This is together. We get to do this together. So grab arms, link arms, like Nancy said, and that's what 2015 is for Team Miracle.
Yes.
Team Miracle is come along. You know, we're going. I've made the decision. I'm going, and I want my team to go along with me, and I want all you guys to come along. This is the year. Words create worlds. Does that make sense? Words create worlds. What we are saying to ourselves is what we are bringing to be.
Amen.
We have got to stop saying negative things to ourselves. We have got to stop saying, well, maybe I'm just not made to do this. Liz, I've said the same thing before. Maybe this isn't God's plan for me. God brought you here for a reason. You signed the dotted line for a reason.
Amen.
Figure that out. Go back to that why. If your brand's making new, I cannot explain to you how important that why is. If you're not brand spanking, if you've been in this business for a while, and I kind of laughed when I wrote that down, I was like, business for a while. How long have you been in Marietta Miller? 4 years, not even? None of us have been in long. That's not. I mean, think about this. How old are our children? I've got a 4-year-old. He's not very old. We haven't been in this business very long, guys.
Right.
But we think we have been because we're not at the top yet. So put it in perspective and figure out your why. Go back to your why. If you don't have a why, find one. Don't spend a lot of time finding one. We gotta go find one. Talk is powerful. We were talking on a conversation, and you know, we laugh because we always say talk is cheap, talk is free, but talk is powerful. We heard that this weekend, and it is so powerful. It goes back to what you say is what comes to be. Think about that. Check yourself here, because when you're checked here, all else can go. When you're saying positive things to yourself and you're feeding yourself with positivity, I tell my girls all the time, if you need a positive boxer for making this shirt every single morning, you tell me because I will box you.
Me too. Amen.
Fill it with positivity, whatever that is that you have to do. And when you change your perspective, you change your view. How many of you guys have all made excuses before? I'm really looking because if anybody didn't have their hand up, I'm gonna call you out right now. Okay. Yeah, we've all made excuses. There's not a single one of us that haven't. And you have to keep your priorities straight. Absolutely. That is my main focus this year. God first, family second, career third. And if you don't have it in that order, your life is chaos. That was my 2014. Turn that around. But you also have to make investments in your business. And your perspective. It's how you look at it. How many of us are moms? Okay. Or dads. I mean, we all, more than we are not kids. Okay. We all have to keep that in mind. God first, family second, career third. If you're going for this bonus, there are going to be investments that you're going to have to invest into your business now. But look at the view a little differently. Is it leaving your kids for a night to build your business, to get a $20,000 bonus that's going to take credit card debt away, that's going to help pay off a medical bill that you have, that's going to change the lives of your kids because when that's taken care of, you're a happier mommy. You don't have to work that 9-to-5 job anymore because you can be at home with them a little bit more. It's changing your perspective to change your view. Think about that. Now, if you're not wanting to go for those bonuses, that's fine. You don't have to. We're going. We want you all to come with us, but you don't have to go with us because we're still going. And don't look back, like we said. I feel like this is the visual for Team Miracle is don't look back, just go forward. Go forward. And let go of the good so you can pick up the great.
Woo!
Think about that. Let go of the good because we all have good lives. We all have good lives. You can make it great, and if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Do it for somebody. If we don't think of ourselves that way, do it for somebody else. Because that's what's going to push you through to keep you going. There's no reason, like I said, no reason why not a single person can go after that. But what are you willing to change your outcome? You can only do it. There's not a single other person. If I could do it for every single person, I would. I can't. You guys have to do it. You have to make that decision to do it. And if you want different results, you need to change the pattern. I talked to some of my teammates and I was like, you know what, for the last almost 3 years, what we've done hasn't gotten us where I have wanted to be. I have to change something. Change it. Stop doing the same thing. What's that different definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Change it. This is a new year. Get rid of the old, start fresh and get new. And get out of your own way. I'm gonna say this, because I'm being very straight. I'm very assertive this weekend. My husband.
Yeah!
Get out of your own way. I will not listen to somebody saying that they're going to stop themselves from getting this. I won't. I'm not going to hear it. I'm not going to listen to it. Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And if we sit here and constantly sit here and say, I'm going to stop myself, the only thing that's going to stop myself is me. Well, stop that. Don't stop yourself. I'm not going to hear that. Get over yourself and go get it. This is the only time to get it. Because here's what's going to happen. We're going to get to the end of March 31st, and we're going to celebrate because we got there. We're going to beat ourselves up because we didn't get there.
That's right.
That's your choice. That's nobody else's choice. You have to make the decision to go out and do. And there's not a game plan. There's not powwows. There's nothing that you can do besides get out there. If I said that you could go diamond by talking to 100 people, how fast can you go talk to 100 people? That's all you got to do. Let's wrap repeat. Let's not make this complicated. Let's go. You got to have momentum in your business now. You have to make the momentum. Nobody else can do it for you. I'm not done yet. All right, so we're getting out of our own way and to get this good. What did we do? I thought back to this and I thought, okay, what did we do when we got the big bonuses, diamonds and above? What did we do?
We wrapped.
Party.
We rapped. We had momentum. We were talking. It was nice. I remember I went to bed at like 3:30 in the morning and I had to be up at 6:30 in the morning. Like those were nice. That's what this entails. I mean, we can make it sound like fluff, but it's hard work, but what are you willing to do? Put the kids to bed, talk with the hubby a little bit, spend time with them, and then you stay up. You stay up because why? Because you're worth it and because your family's worth it. That's what you have to do to get this. I mean, it's well worth it. I was sitting here thinking, when they announced this, I was like, $10,000, we got the $10,000 bonus. We got the $15,000 bonus. I know what it did for us. I can't even imagine what that $20,000 is going to do for my team. I can't imagine what it's going to do for you. I mean, that's more reason why I'm like, let's go. We're going forward. I've got big goals I'm going for. And the majority of the reason I'm going for those is because I know that my team got these. And when they get those, that's life-changing. But you got to put in that time. You got to put in that energy. And you got to realize you're worth it. You got to realize that this is, a once-in-a-lifetime. I never imagined they were going to do this. There's no guarantee that they're going to bring this back like they did the good bonus. No guarantee at all. So what's going to stop you today from going and doing that? And then get over it and go. Not even kidding.
75 days. 75 days, baby.
Convince yourself right now, this moment, convince yourself that you can get this. Convince yourself. Believe. If you don't believe, talk to your upline because they believe in you. Every single person, I believe in every single person in this room. I know Marietta does, Lindsay does, Liz, Diamonds, I know you do. But you have got to take the steps and believe that you can do it. It's one foot in front of the other. There's no secret sauce. Not at all. It's just one foot in front of the other, eyes down, eyes on the prize, blinders on, and go. How quickly you talk to other people. That's all I got. So we're just going to zip it. So what are we going to do? We're going to zip it. We're going to zip it. Let's talk more action, and we're going to break it.
Yeah.
She just got herself fired up to go triple in the presidential. I want to see a master.
Hopefully you got all that recorded because that was good.
That thing's going viral right there.
Yeah.
That's it. Close it. Yeah.
Who's ready to zip it and bring it? 2014, we spent a lot of time powwowing, game planning, thinking. Guess what? When we didn't know what we were doing, we just went wrapped people. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go wrap people. Get the wrap on people. Those who wrap the most win. And there's nobody that you're competing against except yourself. Nobody. So I have nothing more to add. Thank you all for coming out. We're gonna mingle a little bit and stack your chairs. How many in stacks of what, Steve? 7. Stack them in stacks of 7. Some of the guys, if you can help Steve put the chairs away. Steve and Liz do a lot of work for us here every month, so let's give it up for them. And next Greene Road is February, the first Tuesday in February here, Greene Road, bring guests. February 15th, Diamond Way, South Bend with Tiffany. And just be prepared for the next 75 days. This, when Megan was talking about putting your head down and working, that's not every month or every week or every night. That's when you're going for a bonus. That's for when you're going for a promotion. So decide that you're worth it. Put your head down for the next 75 days. Let your family know you're going to be eating a lot of fast food, cereal, peanut butter, and jelly. I was talking to a presidential that's going to pastor with me, and she said, I told my kids, peanut butter and jelly is real food. So 75 days is not going to kill them for the life that you can then give them. So thank you all for coming out. Have a great night.
Thank you, Brock, for everything.
Thank you.